But one thing I'm very interested to speak to you about is sort of this dark side of sport that people don't talk about a lot. What is this culture of care for creating a culture of champions? What does that mean to you? Why did you create that?
Yeah, I love sport and I love the idea of sport and the beautiful aspects of what sport can develop when it's done right. I just feel often, and it's highlighted as well as the things that are bad, right? When athletes step out and have misconduct, and we can see those stories that have come out with the athletes having misconduct, whether they're failing a drug test or there has been domestic violence or cheating scandals that we see at the professional level. But what often was missed was the culture itself, the systems in place, especially at the youth level and at high school levels, that are detrimental at a prime time for these athletes developing their own personal identities and wanting to move on in their athletic careers. This environment that is supposed to be safe and fun and enjoyable oftentimes can be pretty detrimental if not done right. And I just started looking at the impact sport can have negatively. And as you said, the darker side, the conversations that are talked about behind closed doors that aren't publicly talked about openly, I'm like, I'm going to shed some light on this. I'm going to disrupt this system and I'm going to say, hey, like, this is not okay. And I really love this aspect of just empathetic engagement and creating a space that is caring about the person within the player, caring about the aspect of what these humans are doing, because they're just doing a sport. They're just playing, ideally. And so can we care about them as humans? And the idea of creating an environment, educating coaches and parents around what their roles are and how they can make this environment be such a beautiful place. And then the impact, the ripple approach when it's done that way has so much benefits and reduces mental illness. It reduces the dark side of things. And there's actually better performance outcomes we have by just caring about the humans. And so I wanted to just break it down and say, hey, let's just first start with caring about an individual and championing the individual to then build the championship culture.
Thank you very much for tuning in to that clip. If you enjoyed it, then you'll love the full-length episode right here. Right here. Click it. Go ahead.